the article. Africa seeks a single currency. Right? Interesting to see the comments there. And when did that happen? You see it under the word Africa? March 8th, 2009. Sunday Nation, Sunday, March 15th, 2009. Africa is now going to adopt a single currency. So just like I said, we're going to, remember I gave you the article about SADC getting rid of passports? Well, not only are they going to get rid of the SADC passports, but it looks like it's going to be a single currency. But how are they going to patrol the borders with this? What they have to do is they're going to have to somehow change the African Union into something more powerful. Did that happen? Well, have a look at these couple of articles and you'll see what happened late last year. 29th of August 2008, Muammar Gaddafi was made Africa's King of Kings. A meeting of more than 200 African kings and traditional rulers has bestowed the title of King of Kings on the Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Do you know anything about Muammar Gaddafi? Do you know that he's not really in for democracy, right? This man is a dictator. And Africa, the whole of Africa, has said, you are King of Kings, sir. Wrong answer. I have one Lord of Lords and one King of Kings, and that is my Lord Jesus Christ. But when it comes to African politics, it's different because now he's the King of the Kings of Africa. How does this affect the African Union? Well, interestingly enough, on the 3rd of February 2009, the following article came up. Gaddafi, who is now the new African Union chairman, will seek a single state. Oh, is that possible? Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi, now that he's in charge of the African Union, are you going to look for a single, like a United States of Africa? Is that possible? Well, read the next article with me and you'll see this happened on the 2nd of February this year. African leaders strike a new deal on a union government. Listen to these words. The African leaders agreed to disband the African Union Commission and create a more powerful African Union Authority to act as a temporary union government as efforts are made to create a sovereign, listen, United States of Africa. Wow, there you go. Unbelievable. Bible says the whole world will give their power over to the beast. And this is what's happening. You've got to get everyone channeled together. Let's look at a different section of this article. Down at the bottom, it says, we are now moving closer to the formation of a United States of Africa. So can you believe it? Not only do we have a United States of America, but now they're moving to a United States of Africa. What else can we see about this? Did you notice that this wasn't all over the news and the whole of South Africa and the whole of Africa was up in arms about it? Listen to this article, and this, as you can see, comes from the own government, the South African government. Please notice on the top there, you'll see the phoenix rising out of the ashes. And this is the phoenix with the pyramid in the middle with the capstone in place. And the 7 sun rays of the sun god Mitra. This is sun worship. Let's find out what they say in this article. The body will be headed by a president and a vice president. And the commissioners will become secretaries charged with portfolios. So this United States of Africa is going to have a president and a vice president. Just like the United States of America. That's where they are leading us. And that's why we now need an African currency. One currency for the whole of Africa. And what do you think Gaddafi thinks about this? Because South Africa is going to have a democracy. And Zimbabwe is going to have what they're doing. And so is going to have what they're doing. And then, quite interestingly enough, this is all happening in a very short space of time. Listen to this article. Right? It says there, 4th of February 2009, that Gaddafi condemns Africa democracy. The new African Union chairman, Libya's leader, Muammar Gaddafi, has said that the multi-party democracy in Africa leads to bloodshed. So, according to him, multi-party democracy leads to bloodshed. Well, that's a nice way to hide behind it. What he's looking for is a dictatorship, a single currency, single state all over Africa, and it's called the African Union, the United States of Africa. So that's what's been happening as a result of the financial crises and various fascinating things. But let's leave Africa alone for a moment and look into Europe. Do you know when Europe's constitution was framed and written? Well, it was signed on the 29th of October 2004. Here you can see the European leaders standing on their balcony for their photo opportunity. European leaders sign the European Union Constitution. So you can actually see that they've signed, they're going to sign it now. My question to you would be, where? Where do you think they would sign it, right? Probably in London. It would make sense to me. They've got the best hotels in London. They've got some nice ones in France, but they've got big conference facilities. So I wonder where they would hold it. Would you like to know where they held it? Where did they do the signing of the European Constitution, the European Union? Well, have a look at this photograph and you'll see the room. This is the actual room where the European Union Constitution was signed. Do you notice the color of carpet that all of the delegates are sitting on? Do you notice the color? Right, the color blue? Now, where is this room? Most of us wouldn't recognize it. So let me put the name underneath there so that you can read it and see whether this starts to make sense. Where are they signing the European Union Constitution? It was signed at Capitoline Hill, the Orazzi, and Curiazzi Hall at the Campidoglio, a political and religious center of ancient Rome. Today, home of Rome's City Hall. That was October 29th, 2004. Okay, why do they choose Capitoline Hill? Do you know that Capitoline Hill, we have a Capitol Hill in America, and that gets its name from Capitoline Hill in Rome. Capitoline Hill gets its name from Jupiter, sun worship, the most senior deity of the sky, they called him. And in 509 before Christ, Capitolinus, the temple of Jupiter, was inaugurated. Capitolinus became the seat of government, the seat of power, and it was handed over, became Capitoline Hill, which is known today as Rome, the highest seat of authority inside the Roman system or inside the Vatican, Capitoline Hill. So at Capitoline Hill, the seat of authority of Rome, they go and sign the European Union Constitution. Now, if I'm getting married, right, and I need somebody to take a photograph of me, what type of scenery would I have? Would I go to the train station? No. Would I stand on the highway? No. You go and choose the scenery of your photograph to match the message of what you're trying to explain. So you'll stand there in a nice garden or possibly in a beautiful, tranquil place with lots of greenery to give you the impression of what the message is you're trying to convey. Now that happens with all things. All types of advertising, they use that sort of messaging system through the signal pictures. So when they're signing the European Union Constitution in Rome, what do you think the backdrop will be? What do you think will be behind them when they're signing the Constitution? Would you like to have a look? Here's a picture for you to see. There you can see sitting on our left is the United Kingdom's Prime Minister Tony Blair signing the European Union Constitution. What do you notice behind Tony Blair? Can you see it's that giant figure of the papacy? Here's another picture. Here you can see some other people signing it, the Belgian Prime Minister, Guy Verhofstadt, and the Foreign Minister, Karel de Gucht, also both signing the European Constitution in front of the papacy. Now, think about it. What's being said here, oh, and by the way, just go back for a moment and have a look at the color. Notice, let me go back. What is the color of the table? What is the color of the chair? Can you see a common link here, the commoner? Well, what are they trying to show you here? Is that whatever they are signing is under the blessing of the papacy. Do you get that? whatever's being signed at the table has the